Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0498, refers specifically to a low-voltage condition present in the circuit of the EVAP canister vent shut valve. This valve plays a crucial role in controlling the flow of fuel vapors from the EVAP canister to the engine. The EVAP canister itself is typically located in the fuel vapor management system and is responsible for trapping fuel vapors from the fuel tank to prevent them from escaping into the atmosphere. The vent shut valve, which is electrically controlled, is activated under certain conditions to allow these vapors to be directed into the engine for combustion. In this case, the low voltage signal indicates a problem within the circuit that can affect the valve's operation and ultimately lead to emissions control issues. Understanding the precise electrical functions and connections involved is essential for accurately diagnosing and resolving this issue in the affected Honda Civic models. DTC P0498 indicates an issue specifically with the EVAP canister vent shut valve circuit. This component is responsible for managing fuel vapor emissions from the EVAP canister located near the fuel tank. It operates by opening and closing in response to specific engine conditions, ensuring that fuel vapors are directed correctly into the engine during combustion. The location of this valve is critical, as it must effectively interact with both the canister and the engine control module, ECM, to monitor and minimize emissions. Any malfunction in this valve or its related wiring can lead to an excess of fuel vapors entering the atmosphere, triggering the DTC P0498 alarm. Diagnosing it promptly is imperative for maintaining compliance with emissions regulations and ensuring optimal engine performance. Several potential causes can lead to DTC P0498. One of the more common issues might be an open circuit in the wiring harness that connects to the EVAP canister vent shut valve. This can disrupt the voltage signal necessary for proper valve operation. Conversely, a short circuit in the wiring may also cause the valve to malfunction, leading to an incorrect low voltage reading. Additionally, the vent shut valve itself could be faulty, physically stuck, or damaged, leading to inefficiencies in vapor management. Finally, a defective engine control module, ECM, could misinterpret signals from other vehicle components, causing the DTC to trigger. Identifying the exact cause is essential for implementing an effective solution. When DTC P0498 triggers, drivers may notice several symptoms manifesting in the vehicle's operation. The most immediate symptom is typically the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, alerting the driver that a fault has been detected in the EVAP system. Failure to address this code may result in the vehicle failing an emissions test due to improper vapor management. Moreover, the malfunction could lead to poor fuel economy as the engine struggles to operate efficiently with unregulated fuel vapor levels. In some cases, drivers may experience rough idling, indicating that the engine is not receiving the proper fuel-to-air ratio as a result of the vent shut valve's issues. Being aware of these symptoms can help in early detection and repair. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0498 involves preparing the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the on/to position without starting the engine. Next, clear the diagnostic trouble code using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This action resets the system and can provide a clean slate for further diagnostics. After clearing the code, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs via the HDS. If DTC P0498 reappears, you will need to proceed with the next steps in the troubleshooting procedure. If it does not show up, it may suggest an intermittent issue that requires further investigation, possibly focusing on the wiring connections or components associated with the EVAP system. In this step, you'll confirm whether the issue with the EVAP system is persistent. Using the HDS, select the EVAP CVS Canister Vent Shut On in the inspection menu. This function actively engages the vent shut valve, allowing you to monitor its response. After activating this, again, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs. If DTC P0498 is indicated at this stage, it signifies that the failure has been duplicated, and you should move on to the next troubleshooting step. On the other hand, if no DTC appears, it could mean the EVAP system is functioning correctly, highlighting the possibility of an intermittent fault. In such cases, a thorough inspection of all connections, particularly at the vent shut valve and the ECM, is advisable. Step 3 focuses on checking the integrity of the wiring related to the EVAP canister vent shut valve. Start by turning the ignition switch to the lock 0 position to ensure the vehicle's electrical systems are safely powered off. Next, disconnect the 2P connector associated with the vent shut valve. This is crucial because it isolates the valve for accurate testing. Now, turn the ignition switch back to the on second position. Measure the voltage across test points 1 and 2 of the vent shut valve connector. The test conditions require that the valve remains disconnected, allowing you to gauge the output voltage clearly. If battery voltage is present, the wiring from the vent shut valve to the PGM-FI subrelay powertrain gasoline multi-point fuel injection is intact. If no voltage is detected, you must repair any open circuits found in this line to continue troubleshooting effectively. The fourth step involves assessing the internal resistance of the EVAP canister vent shut valve. First, turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position, ensuring that all systems are powered down. At this point, you will measure the resistance between 2 specified terminals on the vent shut valve connector, which should remain disconnected during this test. The appropriate resistance reading at room temperature should be around 25 to 30 ohms. This range indicates that the internal coil of the valve is functioning correctly. Should the measured resistance fall outside this range, it signals a need for replacement of the vent shut valve, which may be malfunctioning and impairing the operation of the EVAP system. Following this, a repair verification step would be necessary to confirm the valve's suitability before moving to the next troubleshooting steps. Step 5 focuses on checking for any short circuits within the wires linked to the EVAP canister vent shut valve. Start this process by turning the ignition switch to the lock 0 position to ensure safety. Following this, jump the SCS service check signal line using the HDS to facilitate proper diagnostics of the system. Next, you will disconnect the ECM connector A, which is comprised of 49 pins, 49P. With this disconnect in place, check for continuity between the specified test points in the wiring. This step is crucial to determine whether the wiring between the ECM and the vent shut valve has any shorts or faults. If continuity exists, it indicates that the wiring is intact. Else, you need to repair any detected shorts in the circuit for a proper diagnosis moving forward. In the sixth step of the diagnosis, you will verify the continuity of the VSV, vent shut valve line. Begin by connecting terminals A and B with a jumper wire. This connection allows the vent shut valve to complete the circuit while verifying its operation. Terminal A corresponds to the vent shut valve side, while terminal B connects to body ground. With this setup, check for continuity between the designated test points. The expectation is that continuity should be present, which would indicate that the wiring is functioning correctly. If continuity does exist, it's crucial to ensure that the ECM has the latest software update, as outmoded software can sometimes lead to errors in functionality. If continuity does not check out, it indicates an open circuit within the VSV wiring that must be repaired before concluding the diagnosis. After completing all the necessary repairs, it is essential to perform a thorough repair verification to confirm that the DTC P0498 issue has been resolved. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the lock 0 position, which ensures all systems are turned off. Reconnect all previously disconnected connectors to restore the circuit integrity completely. Then, turn the ignition switch to the on 2 position to prepare for diagnostics. It is advisable to reset the ECM engine control module utilizing the HDS to ensure it adapts to any new changes made. Finally, do an idle learn procedure to recalibrate the engine settings, followed by monitoring the OBD status in the DTCs menu with the HDS. If the status indicates passed, the troubleshooting process is completed successfully. However, should it show failed, additional checks are required to diagnose any remaining issues or errors. To prevent the recurrence of DTC P0498, regular maintenance checks on the EVAP system are highly recommended. Conduct frequent inspections of the wiring and connectors related to the EVAP canister vent shut valve for signs of wear, damage, or corrosion to ensure a reliable connection. It's equally vital to keep the software of the ECM updated, as manufacturers often release updates aimed at enhancing system performance or correcting bugs. Issues in vapor management can lead to more severe engine performance problems if left unaddressed. So regular inspections and updates are an effective way to stave off such failures. Adopting a proactive approach to maintenance can lead to improved vehicle efficiency and longevity. In conclusion, addressing DTC P0498 effectively involves recognizing the associated symptoms early, such as the check engine light and potential performance issues. Utilizing a structured troubleshooting guide allows for easy identification of the cause, whether it is related to the wiring, the vent shut valve itself, or the ECM. Each step of the diagnostic process is essential and provides valuable insights into the health of the EVAP system. Moreover, regular maintenance practices can help prevent the occurrence of similar DTCs in the future, promoting a smoother and more efficient vehicle operation. Overall, staying vigilant and proactive will ensure that Honda Civic owners maintain compliance with emission standards and enjoy optimal vehicle performance. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.